5, 16, 19, 21, 30, 3 and 10. Check results. You remember?
105. 105 of Pod a Day. Welcome. That's not how it goes. I'm starting nursery rhyme rap. Podcast today keeps the doctor away. That's shit as well though, isn't it? Of whatever this is. But there's things to talk about. I don't even know what I want to title this. It's not exactly $1 million question, you know what I mean? It's the difference of like 5 or 20 views. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Although, it would be very easy to. I've been struggling with sleep recently. It takes me hours. Okay, maybe not hours. Maybe an hour. Maybe longer. It feels like hours to fall asleep at night. It just gets so active. It's not that it's just thinking about random stuff. It's that I'm thinking about. It's too self-aware. It's too It's not What is it? It's too Deadpool. Like breaking the fourth wall. Like, you're trying to sleep right now, aren't you? And then just thinking about the fact that you're never gonna fall asleep if you don't stop thinking about falling asleep. So I just think about falling asleep and then I can't, because I'm thinking about where I am right now, like breaking the fourth wall of, oh, you're trying to close your eyes to pretend to fall asleep. This is the thoughts in my head. And it's just hard. It's hard. And I still get a good amount of sleep in. Like, once I am asleep, I'm definitely staying there for a while. And when I sleep deep. We're going to talk about things today. Frank Lampard being Chelsea manager, this new Channel 4 television show where you expose yourself to children. That's not an exaggeration. But, first, we're talking about me. Or how I can't sleep. But when I can sleep, yeah, it's like I'm a dead corpse. Don't want to tell certain people, not make that. Anyway, I'm knocked out though. Knocked the fuck out. All sorts could be going on. I could wake up. This guy's the president. This place just got bombed. This person's dead. This one. That's your family's just been kidnapped. And you know what I mean. The house is burnt down. You're in Afghanistan. We transported your body. You didn't wake up. A lot of things could happen. But it's like, so I'll sleep the standard 7 to 9 hours. Sometimes, especially since being here, I'll wake up maybe after 8 hours and I'll be like, I still feel fucked. So I'll go back to bed and sleep. So I'll get 10, which is, I feel like a sloth. If you're hitting double digits in sleep, you're sloughing. And then I'll be awake and I'll be fine. And whether I go out and do something or I sit in here all day, once it gets to about 3, 4, 5, I start to feel this wave of, oh fuck, I am fucked, man. And then I go to bed and it's like, I've only been up for maybe 4 or 5 hours, and it's that's even if I do nothing. So if I go on like a walk or something, I'm especially fucked. So like right now, I'm tired. I'm trying to open my eyes more, but I am tired. I remember my older sister used to bully me. Well, I wasn't bullying, but you know what I mean. If I became famous and this was me on an interview, this would be me trying to tear her down. But she used to fucking bully me, okay, for having buggy eyes. And now I just feel like, I don't know if it's because I'm tired all the time, but I just feel like they're little tiny, they're just sort of, I want to call them slits in my face. And there's nothing wrong with that. For some reason, that feels like you can't say, and you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't make jokes about that to other. I'm talking about myself here. That's perfectly fine here. They are like little slits. And is it because I'm tired right now? I don't know. But anyway, I feel like it's just such a big departure from being told or being laughed at having these huge bug-like eyes, and now I just feel like they're almost non-existent. And whether that's entirely through not sleeping, I don't know, but it's weird, man. Well, it's not that weird, it's called literally just aging. Because I think, like, you kind of get the eye set you have for life, and you either grow into them or you don't. But then your nose and your ears, they never stop growing. These bad boys will keep on going till I'm dead. And do they keep going after you're dead? I'm not sure. It's like, that shit just don't stop. But yeah, man. Sleep has been fucked. It might have something to do with the poor diet here. I just haven't got enough energy or something. But I've been a lot more healthier here. Like, I've pretty much only drank water since being here. Kind of just out of, it's just like free, I guess, and drink from the tap. I haven't got to worry about constantly going to the shop to buy stuff. And it's like, you can just drink. So personally, I've just like, because convenience. But I've only been drinking water, which I know is good for you, but I haven't been feeling more energized. I've been feeling really tired. But then again, I do forget to drink a lot of the time. So I am only drinking water, but I'm just not drinking enough fluids enough. This is so uninteresting to people I know. I'm just sort of trying to work through stuff, and I know I've explained how my diet has been terrible. Like I've had like no protein that I can think of, which can't be good for you. So I don't know. Maybe once I get back to London, I go back to my usual routine, which wasn't anything that much different to this, apart from maybe add some chicken occasionally into my life. I'll see if things go back to normal. But I'm just so fucking tired, man. I don't know. It's a weird thing. You can't really Google stuff like this. It'll come up. It'll be like, you have cancer. You'll be like, what the? You know, it'll just tell you that you've got the worst thing in the world. But imagine I did. I don't actually. Why am I saying? Why am I going there? Frank Lampard. Let's get happy. Let's get the vibes up. Everyone in the back, stand up. Is Chelsea manager right now, and like, oh my god, it's like Christmas Day. Like, I don't often like tweets or like YouTube videos or like Instagram posts. Like, likes to me, like liking something, it's so rare. It's like only when I really like something. Now, that's dangerous, because say you become famous and then there's clips of that. Like, if I don't like something, it has weight in it, and then all of a sudden something dodgy well, what's that then? You know what I mean? How'd you get out of that? So let's, accidents can still happen, guys. That's just, you know what I mean? But just basically, when I like a tweet, it's because I'm genuinely like, oh, I really like that. I really like this person. I'm really proud of this achievement. There you go. As if it makes a fucking difference that anyone knows. But I'm like, the YouTube videos, if I like a YouTube video, it's because I thought, oh my god, that's life. That's inspired me as like to fuck, not to have sex. Inspired me. It's fucking inspired me. Is what I'm trying to say. So YouTube videos is even rarer. But like, since Lampard has joined, oh my god, I'm like Oprah Winfrey. You know, everyone, you get one. Well, not everyone. Pretty much just stuff around Lampard. But what I'm trying to say is, if anything, I've been more like sort of nepotistic with it then. But I don't know if that's a word, but just been chucking out them likes for cause, you just can't. It's just one of these things. Like, if I was a Man United fan and there was like, we're gonna give it Ollie for the final 10 games because just nothing's working and these good vibes, I would just never. I'd be like, what? No, but I know it's because I'm not a United fan, but I just don't. But with Lampard, it's like things obviously didn't end well, but like they were still all right, and we had a good first season under him, and there was enough good first memories against like Arsenal and Tottenham, big rivals and stuff, and like there was just, got to a cup final with him, and it's just like, it's Lampard, man, and no one really gives a fuck, and normally we feel kind of disconnected at the moment, and it's just like, it's 10 games left. It's like we kind of just went, fuck the league off, we're going to have a party and do cocaine, and everyone's just like, oh my god, yes, and we're going to do it with Lampard. Like, it's Lampard. It's so weird, and it's like, I feel like Lampard as a player, like, if I'm being honest, my earliest memories of football, because I didn't get into it till pretty late. Like, if anyone asked me what team you support, I'd say Chelsea, but it was quite a hollow one, so I didn't really know what the fuck I was talking about. And then I kind of, whenever kids were playing football in the playground, my friend would be like, oh, should we give it a go for once? And I would always be the one to say no, because I'm always someone who, like, well, when I was younger, I was very much just like, no, that's not what we do. That's what they do. They like football. We like, I don't even know what I thought my thing was back then, but I was just like, no, I don't want to try it. And then that friend moved away, and I was kind of just left, like, because I was kind of the person, I had one main friend. I got one with everyone else, but I had one main friend, and then they left. I was kind of like, I can't just lean on this person now. I'm going to have to make friends with other people. And I made friends with other people, the rest of the class in this primary school. And then I was like, everyone's playing football, so I guess I have to play. And it was just one of these things I was like, wow, this is like so fun. I really like this. And all of a sudden, you just like, this thing that's been in my face, you live in England, it's on TV all the time, everyone talks about it, it's the biggest sport here and obviously in the world and stuff. And it's just like, somehow I just denied it. I'd like seen it on TV and just never thought, never gave it interest. But the second I even dipped my toe into the water, it was just like, ugh, type thing, you know what I mean? And it was just like, wow. You get into that. And it's like, I feel like as a player with Lampard, I remember like so little of him at Chelsea. I remember him, the most prominent memory is him like scoring against us for City. And then he goes off to New York to play there. And then he kind of goes off the map. He's like a pundit for a while. and then like he comes back and he's manager, and it's like I just feel like my love for Lampard just grows by the day. Like I feel like a lot of people have loved him since day one, and I have. I don't know if he's always been like the guy for me though, but now he's like really is the guy, and I don't even know why. It's just the idea of winning something with Lampard is just like there's so many things I would sell for that. A guy was like, I'd genuinely sell my little sister to win a third European trophy under Lampard, and it's like. I wouldn't sell my sister. The repercussions of that would be insane. It's like I don't even really. I'm not even like a big family person. Like I'm not really like family's everything. It's more important than anything. Blood's thicker than water. But that's quite deep. But I would maybe sell all her things. And she would. That would suck. Yeah, I'd sell her phone. She'd be left with nothing. Have to completely start over. So like sell her name, her identity. She's like off the grid. She has to like redo school and stuff. I'd maybe like do all of that, completely fuck someone over. And it's like, well, at least I didn't sell you though, because I could have done that, so be proud. Not proud, but be grateful maybe. And also understand how important that would be for me and how like insane it is. And I understand you'd probably do the same if you had something you was into as much. But no, it would be amazing. I'm not saying we're going to beat Real Madrid. That's an insane thought. I don't even need that really. I just need a competitiveness. That's all I really need to see with this Lampard thing. Like I don't need to see us go through and win the Champions League. I don't need to see us win every single game of the season. All I need to see is us be like competitive in games and good spirits, like everyone happy, and just for us to become like a goal scoring side, because we just haven't been doing that. Just for like all these chances to finally be converted and like to get at least one good memory under Lampard before he goes. All I really want is his final game at home against Newcastle for us to win, because that's the final send off. So if we're going to win that game at home at Stamford Bridge, for it to be a win on the final day, I need that. And secondly, I need at least one good memory. So maybe like beating Real Madrid in one of the legs, maybe beating Arsenal, or whichever. Like I think we got maybe United left. So like beating one like top 6 side left for the end of the season, preferably Arsenal. But if not, United are just someone, not only doing like the Wolves and like the Newcastle are above us in the league and they're like third right now, so that's not even, but like in history or whatever, them being like a relegation battling team. Just like one big moment would just be so huge, or just like a 90th minute winner somewhere and it's like a crazy scene at Stamford Bridge, just something, another great memory, because at the moment we all live with this Arsenal one where Tammy gets the last minute winner and it's just great, we all love that one, we all love the beating. We did the double over? Yeah, we did the double over Tottenham, and the winning away was great, and the celebrations there. We got to a cup final with him. It would have been great to beat Arsenal. That would have been the peak memory. But yeah, man, we want Sommer. We just want Sommer. It'd be great. And all the players didn't really get on with aren't really here anymore, like Rudiger, Alonso, Jorginho. And it's just like, it's just so much excitement, which you just haven't had for so long. Like I've been doing my reactions to the Chelsea games, and every single time I sit back, I'm just like, yeah, I mean, unless we like win by a lot, I don't even. It's just like it just washes over you. It's like when we lose, it's like we just the same as always. When you draw, it's just like you might as well have lost. Draws mean nothing to us at this point. It's like what the fuck ever. And when you win, it's like, yeah, I'm happy. I guess let me pretend like this is gonna be the start of something, and it never is. And it's like when we do win, it's like 1-0, so it just feels like there's not really much to cheer about. And it's like winning 1-0 is fine when you've been winning consistently, and those 3 points actually have weight to them. But us is like, we'll get 3 points and then put ourselves in a position where if we get another 3 points, we could actually go up at least one position, and then we'll lose or draw that, and just like, okay, well, we're just staying in 11th then. And for me, even imagine things went perfectly, right? We won every single game in the Premier League. This is never happening. We won every single game in the Premier League, right? And every single game, and we won the Champions League. It would still be perfect for me to then not give Lampard the job. Because it would just end it on such a perfect, it would be untouchable. Like to then give him the job where it would inevitably go wrong at some point. Nothing's going to go right forever. Like he wouldn't go and win us the league with us, or like it would go wrong. Whether it's next season or the season after, it'd go wrong within that time span. Like even still, get rid and just be like, oh my god, it's amazing with Lampard. And this is what's nice about it. We all of a sudden have something to like dream about again as like Chelsea fans. It just feels like for the entire time of the season, long before this point, like so much long before this, there's been nothing to like sort of dream about. It's just been Like, well, I guess we're just waiting. But now it's kind of like, the second this is coming, it's like, oh, but imagine this happened. Oh, imagine we did this against Arsenal and it stopped them from. Oh, imagine we got this little win here or this little win there. Like, oh, imagine we even only got past Real Madrid and then went out to like Bayern Munich or whoever's next. Like, just imagine this. Imagine we went on and actually did this. It's just like that's what's kind of perfect, because like just the idea of these what ifs is what makes it so amazing. Hope is also what will kill you, but it's just like it's nice to have some. You can't live hopeless. It's just kind of like, what's the fucking point? It's like you're Walking Dead. But yeah, I just kind of had to like exert all that Lampard joy, and people don't really get it. They're like, it doesn't make sense on paper. Why didn't you just let Potter out of the season? It's like all these things do make sense. You paid Potter out probably crazy amounts of money. You brought him in saying a project, and you didn't really stick with it. You're bringing Lampard back in for 10 games, who you sacked for Tuchel, who you sacked for Potter, and then you're sacking Potter for Lampard again. It's like he hasn't really proved himself. And it's just like, yeah, those things are all true. And yet, this is still the perfect decision and just feels so great, and just this new, fresh breath of fresh air for like Chelsea fans. I feel like after what's been a short season. And I feel like I'm hoping that inside the ground, inside the dressing room, it feels similarly to like how I just wait. It's like, oh my, wow, this is just great. And obviously they're not all Chelsea fans in there, so it's unlikely. But like the core, you're hoping people like Reece James, who put out a really nice message. And you think about it, I feel like I wasn't too sure how much to take the weight of those messages when Lampard got sacked, to be like, this is just the thing. But then you look at who put out messages for Tuchel when he got sacked, who did it for Potter when he got sacked, and you kind of realise it does matter. Like, it does give you a good sense of who was behind the manager and who wasn't. With Tuchel, he got a lot of love from a different set of players. So you start to see more messages from like the Rudigers, the Jorginhos, that you didn't see put out the same messages or any messages for Lampard. And you still had like Mounts and Reece James is doing it because, you know, they're always going to do it. But like, and then with Graham Potter, you had like none for the longest amount of time. And then it kind of felt like people was aware of that. And then they put out like all kind of around the same time, like an Instagram story saying, good luck, man. It just feels like it's so much like, oh, I have to do it. Like, we don't really care. Like, Kai Havertz came out and said, by the way, he's been eating Skittles and gummy bears at halftime. You know, weird. Came out and said, like, yeah, we weren't really behind him, apparently, in an interview, which is, like, insane. So, like, that's kind of more telling than trying to do some detective work with Instagram posts. But still wild. I feel like with Lampard, though, it was, like, it was obviously all of the young players, all the English players. You had, like, Pulisic. It seemed like Thiago Silva was pretty gutted with it. These are good people to have behind you. Like, Thiago Silva is a good one to have behind you, but it feels like obviously Reece James put out a long message for Lampard for helping him a lot and stuff and giving him an opportunity. Mount obviously put out a short one, but we know that Mount is his son type thing. So like, to have these are good people to have behind you, because like when I'm sitting here wondering, is it gonna be fresh in the dressing room? I feel like there's enough people who like change, who have a control over the mood of the dressing room, where like people like Sterling, I think, will be happy, and Mount and Reece James and Pulisic and Thiago Silva. And I feel like those are, you know, polarised people in the dressing room that's going to just change the whole mood. And maybe people like Havertz as well, or uplift him a bit. You know, he kind of brought in Havertz and stuff. The only person who maybe wouldn't, because I've been seeing potential lineups and they all had Mendy in it, and it would be Kepa if he immediately put Kepa out for Mendy. And I don't think he'll do that. I feel like it would kind of be a bad mood when your whole point of coming into the club is to be like a morale thing, to come in and completely straight away disrupt things and be like, based off of nothing really, I'm going to take you out for Mendy because of past stuff, even though you just said everyone's getting a clean slate. Then that would kind of feel weird, like just straight away just switch things like that. So I don't know if he should do that. But yeah, no, it feels good. I wanted to kind of talk about that thing I briefly mentioned, the naked TV show thing on Channel 4, but I can just save that for tomorrow. There's so many days where you have nothing to talk about, so let's not use it all up in once. But yeah, Frank Lampard is here. To be honest, this has been good Chelsea chat. I might cut some of this up and chuck it on the Chelsea chat, because it's like, at the moment, I'm trying to grow separately the Formula One podcast thing, the Chelsea one, the main channel, which is like films and stuff, and then that's 4 different channels. So like trying to consistently post on all 4 of those, all 4 things I very much enjoy. It's like, you know, this would be good to get some extra use over on the Chelsea channel as well. So I might be doing that. When I say might be, I mean definitely be. I got a spot on my stomach. I'm scratching it right now. Not a big one, but I just noticed it now. Anyway, you didn't need to know that. You didn't need to know that. Like everyone's talking about this Real Madrid game, they're looking forward to that so much. And it's like, sure I am. I don't know if we're at home or away first. I think we're at home first. And it's so good because I'll be back for his first game back. Because the game on the weekend, I won't be back in London yet. But that game's away. And I'll be working the game, like stewarding. And hopefully, if they try and put me in like a spot like on the stairs where you can't see shit, I'll just be like, oh, it'll kind of be fair. I haven't been at work in so long. But like, hopefully, I'm out in the stands and I can watch, Lampard walk back out there. Oh, it's going to be great. I just thought the vibes will be so good. I don't know, man. I just look forward to it. And yeah, like I said, everyone's really excited for this Real Madrid game. Just because, obviously, like I said, believing is fun. But I look forward to this Wolves game, man. And like, I remember the first game of Lampard's second season, how fucking nervous I was in my gut, like it was a World Cup match or like a knockout thing, because I was like, there is actual pressure. The first season, I didn't realize how nice it felt that there was just no pressure and he got top four and stuff. But now it's like a lot of money has been spent here, and if all of a sudden we lose this, oh my god, it's gonna look so bad, and oh my god, all of a sudden there's pressure now, and there's like you're gonna maybe be sacked. This keeps even from the first game, and we managed to get through it. We won 3-1 or something. I don't know what I remember. I think was it Brighton? Was that when Reece James scored the banger? I think Werner won a penalty. Don't remember the other goal. But just I know in my gut I'm gonna have that same I need to shit myself feeling when it starts just against Wolves, because it's like, please just win. Like a draw would obviously kind of just be how things have been going, be whatever, feel like nothing's changed. It's like, oh, it's this caretaker thing. A loss would, oh my god, if we lost the first one against Wolves, it'd just kind of be like, what the fuck? No, Lampard, please. I just want this to end well for the legacy and stuff. Please, please. If we won, convince 3-0, oh my god, you don't understand how the spirits and the stuff. Oh, I'd be poor in spirits, you know what I mean? I don't drink. It'd just be so good, man. And away against Wolves, there's obviously great memories away against Wolves under Lampard. We won 5-2. Tomori scored a great goal. But all Cobham players, Tomori, great goal. Tammy Abraham hat-trick. Mason Mount goal. It's just like, oh my god, I remember those. I don't remember an as good feel-good feeling. Obviously, apart from things like winning the Champions League and like smaller stuff, but like just the constant feeling we had that first season under Lampard, when it was like we were just winning, we were like doing well in the cup, we were like going up in the league and stuff. And it was just like, there was a period of time where like we had scored 11 goals. They were all Cobham players, just non-stop, and it just felt good. It just felt like such a nice thing. It's so different from like what usually Chelsea is, which is like, just feels different. I don't know. It was cool. Anyway, this is like the longest one I've done in a while, which is crazy because it's only 23 minutes. But yeah, man, feels good. Maybe I first feel energized because I just woke up from a nap or something. But yeah, man. No one gives a fuck if they're not a Chelsea fan, but I don't care. I'm talking about it. This was 105. See you in 106.
Here with the kids, and they had 3 kids, and the geezer was probably on maximum 20 bags a year. Like the most boring bloke you'll ever meet.